Well, hello people, so it's Peter here, down in the old man shed. It's Saturday evening, 7 o'clock. It's a nice comfortable 24 degrees now, showing on the phone. So yeah, more than comfortable to be down here now. And in the words of Jerry from Big Jet TV, flipping heck, you know, crazy man. I mean, the temperature, wow, you know. I didn't get down there. I mean, I couldn't stand it. I mean, what I did is I come down in the evening, and it was still flipping hot. And I opened the door, and it, you know, I'm pleased to say it wasn't like opening an oven door. There wasn't a rush of hot air hitting me from opening the shed doors. No, it was all right. And looked at the layout, and it seemed, you know, touch wood, it all seemed okay. And as the rest of the shed, I mean, I've got all these plastic models in here as well, so I'm thinking to myself, oh god, am I going to find drooping wings on the aeroplanes and things like that? But no, it's all come through okay. It was all right, but I didn't run anything because, you know, it's far too hot. I didn't want to risk it. So, oh gosh, you know, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? I mean, I've just spoken to Allan, so you know, I saw that he had trouble, but you know, he was sensible. He knew that it was heat related, and that his layout would come back to him once the temperature got back to somewhere near normal. And sure enough, considering he had a huge problem with the, you know, the raised sections to get in and out, I mean, my gosh, how big they got. But it's all working again now. You know, it was just all temperature related, and he's, you know, as you see, it's all working. I think it's on a conversation we just had with him, you know, he said I think he put a track pin in just to make one of the tracks behave. It had gone back in position, but you know, so it wouldn't happen again. He's secured it a bit more. But on his videos you see that everything's running. And Robert's train set, he tried to come up with some sort of experiment analysing how much you know, track does expand and whatever in the heat, so you get to see the contents of his fridge in readiness for his you know, cooking with Robert. I think that's going to be his next channel. But anyway, so he did that. But no, this little layout at the end of the day is, although she's on a 7 foot by 4 foot board, and I don't think it's big enough, you know, a big enough area for the track expansion to affect it. Maybe, I mean, it is Hornby set track, and unbeknownst to me, I've been very lucky. When I put, I've got green parakeets flying around, guys. That's noisy buggers, yeah. Shut up! Oh dear. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, so I've got this Hornby set track stuff, and I created the layout as it happens in August. You know, I didn't realise that's the best time of the year to do it. Didn't think about it. I was just, oh yeah, add the bits and pieces, and it's Hornby set track, so you can only put it together as much as you know, as it will allow you to do. And so invariably, it does end up with small gaps and things like that, which is obviously Will you shush? Dear Lord, listen to them. That's what I had to put up with. I'm on a flight path with these green parakeets. When they this time of the night, they're coming past into my garden, and then they go on to roost at a cemetery that's not a million miles away from here. And there's thousands of them that all roost there at night. The noise is unbelievable. I don't mind it, but they are noisy. But still, anyway, yeah. So I laid the track in August, which turns out to be the best time of the year. So you know, maybe. I wonder what he's saying to me. Anyway, I'll try to continue. I'll just keep this sweet, but I'll just show you that the layout is running. So what I'm going to do is, I've got 2 trains on there, and I'll just go through the DC. I'll turn the power on, and I will start the engine and set the locos on their way. We had some people visit us the other day, and they wanted to come in and see the layout, and they know nothing about what the DCC operation, so they was absolutely blown away by the fact that I just picked up the controller, selected the loco, started the engine, dialed in a speed, and then put the controller back down, and then for about 15 seconds we just let the chip take its course and then drive the loco off. And they were, you know, they couldn't believe it, because they were, you know, they know that if you've got a normal DC controller, you go like that, you know, and you got instant reaction. DCC blew their mind, really. So I'll do that, but and then you'll see that the old layout's running fine. And then following on, I've got some clips, you know, which I've made even before the heat wave and everything, showing you just as one thing for a laugh. I literally bought everything out of the engine shed, all the locos. There's about 5 or 6 locos there, and just to show to you that everything on the layout is all operational, I just bought out each loco one at a time to put it, you know, just to show clearing the shed. So I'll put that thing on there. And the other news is I've got to get on this week and get and book the hotel and get my tickets for Getz, this year's Getz up in Milton Keynes. I know Tony of Tony Northeastern is going. I've had a word with him, and we've said, yeah, we're going to go. We met up last year, so we're going to do it again. Speaking to Allan, he's going. He's got his tickets, I think, in the hotel already booked, and yeah, some others. I don't know if Robert might do, but maybe Graham Fooson, maybe Mike of the 40-foot layout up in the, you know, a few of us all met up last year, so hopefully it might be the same again. And it could be that we're all in the hotel overnight, so not only will we have a gathering at the actual model show, we'll probably have a good old, you know, session in the hotel on the Saturday night. So that'd be great. So yes, I must get round to doing that. But that's it. So I'm going to swing you round. I'll show you what I've done. All I've done with the layout is just work on a couple of wagons for this week. The layout's fine. I got these open wagons, yeah. So as you can see in there, I've put a load in there, and that load is industrial heat shrink. You know, sort of like stuff that I can't use for my modelling. It's what I had in some sort of electrical box or something rather, and it's this very large pieces of heat shrink. And I thought, you know what, because it's got the all the numbering and everything all stamped on the little the tubes and everything, I thought to myself, when you see the new modern gas piping or something, you know, they've all got numbers and things. So I thought I'll make a little load out of that. Then I've cut some Tamiya tape down thinly and stuck it over and painted it up to make it look like they're sort of you know, webbing straps and something. So that's that one. And then this one you'll see on the layout is the one where I've used a resin 08 engine, and it should still be working because it should be stay alive. I'll put an Ender train lamp on it, but what I like is that when you look down on the wagon itself, you can't see any traces of any of the wiring, because the wiring comes up from just underneath, well, comes down from underneath the lamp itself, goes underneath the body, and I've got to try and see that if you can see that, yeah. So you can see where the wiring is. You can see where the pickups are on the bogies, on the wheels there, and then the wiring goes along, and then it's screwed into the middle there. You know, a hole in the middle for the wires to go down inside. And I think I'm getting a sun flare on the camera, guys. Hold on. Oh dear, it's a sunny day. Well, how's that? So right, let's get back to this. So there you go. So I know there's a metal weight in this wagon which I couldn't take apart. I didn't know how to strip this wagon down, but like with most weights that are in these wagons, there's a hole in the middle, so I knew in the middle of the chassis probably I would find the hole. And then sure enough, yes, you know, by the time you put the engine on the top, the wiring came through and it's all good. So yeah, so I don't know if that's prototypical, but it looks all right. You know, it's a sort of, you know, how would you get a huge lump of engine to your tractor motor department, you know? So I thought I'll have it delivered in the back of a wagon instead of on the back of a lorry. Right, gonna stop the filming because the sun's shining through and it's on the back of me and I'm getting hot. So let's do what I said. I'm gonna look at the loco, start up and pull away, and then there'll be clips, more running clips. All right, guys. So until next time, Torridon Road's got through it okay. Till the next time, So that's 2 events this year. We've had a storm and now we've had the heat, but Torridon Road is working well. So I'll catch you next time, guys. All right, so all the very, very best. Hope everything's well with you and your problems are only small problems. All right, catch you next time. So it's bye from me and these noisy parakeets. All right. See you soon. Yes, I just said good to you. Bye bye. See you guys. Bye. Right, so I'm just going to send off this 66 and the 37. So I've already got called up, so we'll turn the cab light on. That's it, you heard a click, the lights are now on. Start the engine. And I will dial in 8. And that's it, so I'm not touching the controller anymore, as you know. So putting the controller back on its cradle. And this is the beauty of DCC. Without doing anything, engine note change. That's it. That's what I love about DCC. So that's now going to go round. No troubles around the logo. I'll change the controller. Call up 37. Lights on. Engine on. Give it a value of about 10. Put the controller back down again. That's it. Controller's back in its cradle. That's it. Loco goes on its own accord. But as you can see, Torridon Road is running sweet. So thank God for that. And there, because I've put her back on the track, the end of train lamp is flashing away like a good one. It's got to stay alive in there, so that's what keeps that going. So she could go back on there for the moment. But I'm quite, that looks quite nice there in the old TMD, you know, something to do. Okay, so I'm going to put some running clips of things that I've done. I'll come and turn these things off now. Shut these things down. And that's it for now, guys. So as I say, see you next time. And stay safe. Keep well. And I'm sure we'll talk about gets even more as and when we get nearer to the time. Alright? Alright, people. Bye for now. Bye-bye.